What's up, Cali Media? Welcome back to the channel, man. You guys know we got another reaction clip for you guys at the 3-minute mark. If you don't want to continue to hear me talk, go ahead and run the 2 clips that I have for you guys at the 3-minute mark, right? So with that being established, I just want to say big shouts out to Vinny G from the 4th Street Flats, Los Angeles County. And you know, this little kid right here that we're going to speak about, they got pretty much set up on no jumper, right? That's how I feel, man. Little kid, he ain't even from California. I just want to say to everybody who thinks California is all cherries and apples, California is one of the treacherous states, homie. If you don't follow the rules and you live a certain lifestyle, you will be in trouble, right? So, one thing that people do not understand, homie, is the culture. If you're not from California, homie, it's very hard to understand the get down, the way you move, the way things are out here, right? So we had this little youngster come on No Jumper podcast, Adam 22. He sat down with him. Now, let's not forget that this little youngster, Lil Breezy, just signed, all right? Just signed to OTR Records, right? A record label based, out of Los Angeles County, right? But we all know that the owner is not Mexican, right? So they signed him, but the problem with that is that when he decided... All right, so the problem is, homie, is that when he was on No Jumper podcast, he said he was in LA to support the homies from Southern California, right? But then he says in another, sentence, he disrespects the homies from Southern California by using a word that is disrespectful to the homies, right? Highly disrespectful. I mean, super highly disrespectful. You guys already seen the clip when he got punked by the Northerners, and I believe it was in Stockton. He was on Quiet Time, right? So now we got Vinny G from 4th Street Flats, who says he is now welcome here in Los Angeles. He even addresses Lefty Gunplay. Man, this is just a wild situation. But hey, check it out though. This is very, very important, homie, that, you can't be going around. And I know he's from Utah, right? I know he's from Utah. And there is gangs out there. There's Samoans, there's Crips, there's double S homies, and then there's the whites, and then there's a motorcycle gang, right? Those are like the main gangs that are in Salt Lake or in Utah, right? So, it's a crazy situation because in this next clip you're going to watch of this little youngster, he's lost. He doesn't know what he's talking about, and he's not going to make it far talking like this, especially on the internet. Let's play the clip, though.
Up with hella essays out here, so I'm with the LA essays. They got morals, they know what they're doing, they actually politic right, fucking how the Scraps and Nortes are supposed to be beefing.
Oh, so you don't with them either?
Who?
The Southsiders.
No, I fuck with essays. I can't lie. I fuck with LA essays.
But they don't really like being called Scraps, right? Like even Lush looks like he's about to jump out of his chair, right?
Yeah, that's not a...
Okay, sorry. So in my city, 18th Street is the south side of my city. Okay. Those are the Serenios. They're weirdos. They don't follow code. They put snitches on. They put hood hoppers on. They do, they condone. They just do a bunch of You know what I mean? I literally got pictures of their big homies kissing their other big homie.
Whoa, hell no.
So it's just I've linked up with Lefty Gunplay out here. I've linked up with hella essays out here. I've linked up with hella essays out here. So I'm with the LA essays. They got morals. They know what they're doing. They actually politic right. Fucking how the Scraps and Nortes are.
Oh man, this is a crazy situation. This little kid does not know what he's talking about. He's definitely a lost little kid who's definitely, needs guidance and definitely needs to be, put in this place when it comes to certain things, homie. He needs knowledge. He lacks knowledge. He lacks a lot of things. He's not even old enough to even be experiencing anything, right? So for him to go and diss, a certain neighborhood, right, and say, oh, it's only that neighborhood, and use a derogatory name, you're disrespecting the whole burrito, homie, at the end of the day, so I just think it's a sad situation that this little kid doesn't know any better, homie. Obviously, he's trying to live up to that rap image, to that rap fame, to that rap look, right? And that rap look will get you in a bad situation, homie. At the end of the day, let's listen to what Vinny G gotta say. Let's go.
Man, it's your boy Vinnie G. About that time again for me to talk my shit. It's been brought to my attention that this little kid, Lil Breezy or some bullshit like that, talking about he fuck with us, but you dissing us on podcasts. You stupid or what? Like, hey, fool, you in LA. We ain't playing that shit. Go back to Utah, dog. You ain't welcome here. OTR can't save you. And just the fact that OTR signed you, it's just showing that these motherfuckers signing nothing but gimmicks. All y'all fools is gimmicks. And whoever want it can get it. Straight up, dog. Leave this shit alone. Go back to Utah. Stay the fuck out of LA, dog. You ain't welcome here, player. I'm Vinny G, baby. Ask about me. You ain't welcome here, dog. Go back home. You a little kid, dog. You don't know what you're doing. Easily influenced. But OTR, very disappointed in you, dog. Lefty Gunplay, very disappointed in you, dog. Fuck you doing? You stupid or what? You letting this little white boy diss us?
Man, we back at it, right? So at the end of the day, homie, being on podcasts and talking off the neck can definitely get you in trouble. As you guys see in this clip with Vinny G upset with Lefty Gunplay, right? And everybody at OTR Records for pretty much letting this individual disrespect, pretty much disrespect Southern California on the net, and then say that he messaged with homies from LA. But at the end of the day, the homies from LA do not mess with you. So you should take this as a strong advice, right? And at the end of the day, Adam 22 is not going to care who he gets in the wreck or what happens to his guest at the end of the podcast, because he's just trying to make a bag, right? So, will Lefty Gunplay respond? I highly doubt it, because Lefty Gunplay right now is struggling with his own issues, as you guys seen in the last videos. As you guys seen, OTR Records, I don't know if they just signed the talent. I'm not too sure, right, how they get down. But at the end of the day, he did send shots at Lefty Gunplay. And Lefty Gunplay saying, that he's been somewhere and that, he's an active, those words can get you in the world of what, right? So, what do you guys think, man? I think Adam 22, basically, he could have edited it out. He could have cut that part out. He could have saved a whole lot of drama, right, if he would have just cut that part out. But I'm glad he didn't, because it shows that this individual is a kid and doesn't even know what he's talking about. He doesn't even know A from B, obviously, because he's talking about two same units in one sentence, right? But hey, go ahead and hit the like button, drop a comment, and let me know what you guys think about this situation, homie. At the end of the day, much love to everybody out there. Go ahead and hit me with a like, hit me with a dislike. Consider subscribing to Cali Media, where we bring you all the content, homie, that we can. Salute. I'm out.